Am I the asshole? For eating food my sister can't eat in front of her? I 20F am rather active. I referee basketball professionally, go on 12 km hikes with my boyfriend occasionally, rock wall climb on Saturdays and go to the gym 3 times a week. As a result my body is toned and I have no issues with my weight. My older sister, 24F, on the other hand, is much less active and is morbidly obese. My dad and mom are somewhere in between. They exercise and spend time at home and are at a more average weight. My sister is trying to lose weight. She has attempted before and failed but thinks this time she will succeed. Today, I went to my parents' house in order to return a book my mom had let me borrow from her, and I felt hungry on my way, so I grabbed an apple fritter from a local bakery and a drink from Starbucks. I asked my mom if we could sit at the counter and talk about the book while I ate my breakfast and she agreed and got a coffee and we had a mini book club. My sister came into the kitchen, she lives with my parents at the moment and saw my sugary drink and donut. She freaked out about bringing food she can't eat into her home and how I was an asshole for eating junk food in front of her. I finished my apple fritter before leaving. I felt a bit weirded out that my sister wanted to tell me what I could and couldn't eat. I can understand her frustration, but I didn't do it out of malice. My mom texted me later that my sister is still upset and she wants me to apologize and never bring food my sister can't eat over to the house again. I feel horrible but I also don't want to apologize. Am I the asshole? Everyone here is an adult. Your sister is going to see other people in the world eating food that she may not be able to enjoy. It's not as if you were taunting her. Her complaining to your mother is childish. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. She's just trying to make her personal problem everyone else's responsibility to manage. Not the asshole. How is your sister going to manage outside of the house if she can't look at junk food or people eating junk food? Your mother is as bad for backing her up. Not the asshole. You sat down with your mom and ate your breakfast fast. Your sister wasn't even there. You could apologize to keep the peace but that is up to you. At the least I would talk to your sister and figure out why this is such a big problem. And also explain how the situation makes you feel. Your sister is being very controlling and inconsiderate here and she not your parents are allowed to tell you what you can't eat. Technically they can tell you what you can bring into their house but it's still BS to make that demand. Not the asshole. You did nothing wrong and her weight loss journey will end again if her willpower is that bad. She can't reasonably expect people to change their eating habits in front of her. Not the asshole. You brought in one apple be consumed by you. It's not like you brought in a bakery box of fritter for you and then left them there. Not the asshole. It would have been one thing if your sister pulled you aside and asked nicely if you could refrain from eating that in front of her next time, which she has no right to expect it of you, but to freak out on you over it? She needs to learn to control what she can control. Like removing herself from the room. Not the asshole and don't apologize. Her diet is her diet, not yours or your mom's. She doesn't get to dictate what you eat. Also, this is your mom's home, not your sister's. Your mom dictate was it and isn't brought into her home. Sister can move out if she doesn't like it. If your mom doesn't want you to bring the food like that back to her house, then so be it. It's her house, so you follow her rules. However, you didn't do anything wrong. It sucks, but when you're losing weight you have to do it yourself. Source: I lost 40 pounds, and it was hard, and I hated it, and I've got a long way to go. I don't tell people what to eat. I just ask that if we eat out we eat somewhere that the menus have calories on them if possible. You don't owe her an apology, not the asshole. If you keep bringing food she can't eat, then that would be rude, now that you know. But you didn't do anything wrong here. Sweet tap dancing Christ. Not the asshole. Either you were eating shrimp in front of your sister after learning she developed a shellfish allergy. Life is gonna be really hard for her. Damn. Not the asshole, the food was for you, and you didn't offer any of it to her. It's great your sister is trying to eat better, but not giving in to temptation is just a part of the journey. Not the asshole. If your mom wants to cater to her, then let mom know you will only be meeting her outside the house until this is resolved and that no apology will ever be forthcoming. Her food issues are her own to resolve. No one else needs to change their behavior because she is overweight. Not the asshole, you shouldn't even feel bad. Not the asshole. Don't apologize. Your sister's cravings or issues with food are hers and hers alone. No one should expect other people to change their behaviors to cater to them. It's selfish and childish. And I say all the above as someone who has been overweight her entire life and struggled with a lot of the same things your sister has. The only difference being I have never asked other people to change what they eat around me. I mean, how self-centered can you get? Not the asshole. If you are morbidly obese, it requires a lifestyle change to lose weight. You have to make permanent changes, and that includes being around people eating things you should avoid. She has to learn self-control, or any weight she loses will return very quickly. If she thinks a temporary diet is going to work, she has already failed. Not the asshole. Seriously, not the asshole. She can ask nicely, but you don't owe her an apology. I don't think you're the asshole for eating in your parents' home. Your mum gave you the okay. Has she apologized to sister? If you value your relationship to everyone, a cursory sorry, I didn't know can't hurt in my opinion. It's not like you need to apologize because you committed a great wrong. It sounds like your sister has food issues way outside the norm. If you're refusing to apologize on principle, I get it, I guess, but I've never been one to be precious with apologies, malice or no. Not the asshole. I assume your sister must own this house to be so outrageously demanding? Your parents are not helping by enabling this kind of bullshit either. Jealousy is starting to turn to bitterness and won't help her or her situation. Not the asshole. Your sister is an adult and responsible for her own health. You just eating in front of her is not offensive, rude or mean. Not the asshole. She's the one with the food issue, not you. Nata boycott Starbucks. Not the asshole. No need to apologize, emo. Not the asshole. It's her fault she had zero self-control. Her fault she gets so upset by seeing other people eating what she wants to, but cannot. Losing weight is difficult. It's a bit hard to say no to the junk food. But by no means does it make it okay to go off on someone else because they can eat those things. Oh mommy, are you so easily manipulated? If you ever have had to fight fat, you have to realize that you are the one in control of your mouth, jaw, and the brain. Food is tempting as a bourbon triple chocolate coconut pecan cake. But it doesn't taste near as good as feeling healthy. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. What you eat didn't make her fat. She is being ridiculous and you don't owe her anything. She needs to move more and should have started with turning around and walking out of the room. Not the asshole. This is over the top. I hope your mom isn't hosting Thanksgiving. Not the asshole. Her lack of willpower is not yours to manage. Honestly, your sister sounds insufferable and I think you are not the asshole, but I'm piecing together that your sister lives with your parents and you do not. I do think you should respect her wishes not to have sugary foods, drinks in the house if she's trying to adopt better eating habits, and especially should honor your mother's wishes on this topic since presumably the house is hers, your dad's. I still think Sis's reaction makes her an R, but do think you should respect that house rule now that you know about it. Not the asshole and don't apologize. I chose to go gluten-free and I'm now sensitive to it. I don't tell people that they can't eat pizza or pasta in front of me, even in my own home. This is absurd, Lamau.